I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au and I am coming to you once again from the RIU Investment Showcase here on the Gold Coast. Sitting next to me is Jon Dugdale, the CEO of Golden Deeps. Jon, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good to hear that we're at a lively conference right now. Thank you for coming along. You have got a really exciting project in Namibia. Some of my favourite metals in there. Mate, talk me through this project.
Yeah, so we've got quite a large ground holding in one of the most prospective areas in Namibia, the Otavi Mountain Land. It's famous for its copper, lead, zinc and silver production. And we've got a large ground holding. We've already advanced and established mineral resources in those sorts of commodities, but we've also got a new set of exploration projects that we're now actively exploring.
So you just mentioned some critical metals there, copper and silver. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the known mineralisation in the area?
Yeah, so the known mineralisation is very high grade, and the deposits can be quite small, but there's a lot of metal packed into them. Now, copper, silver, as well as lead and zinc has been the mainstay of these historical mines, and also other elements such as vanadium in some of the prospects we've been able to develop resources on. But in addition to that, there are some unusual metals that are quite topical.
They certainly are, and thank you for leading a horse to water on that one. You have gallium and germanium in this project. Now, I know these aren't primary metals, they're going to be secondary metals, but why are they so important?
Well, gallium and germanium in particular, as well as a few of the other goodies that are floating around our part of the world, are very important for using in semiconductors and photovoltaic cells for solar panels. And they actually make those solar panels and semiconductors extra durable. And so they're in high demand, and it just so happens that China is a great supplier of those metals and a great consumer, but they are cutting off supply to other countries, such as the US. So anywhere else in the world, and there's not many places where these things occur, is a hotspot, and ours is a hotspot. So much so that a Chinese company has bought the local smelter and is looking for companies in the district that have deposits that have gallium and germanium and other things in them. So our deposits actually have these elements. Our NOSIB discovery, which is basically outcropping its surface, has intersections including 15 metres of over 100 grams per tonne gallium, as well as germanium and antimony, but also percentages of copper, lead and zinc and very high grade silver as well. So we're in a great position there, and we're also starting to get onto some new things that look like it's got the same bag of goodies as these other deposits.
I love how you're calling this polymetallic project a good bag of goodies. I love that description because that's right. You've got some really important and interesting metals here. Obviously, projects like this don't come along every day. So what are some sort of upcoming catalysts investors can look for?
So we've just more than quadrupled our ground holding right in the central part of this region, the Otavi Mountain Land or Otavi Copper Belt. So we are the dominant tenement holders in here. We've already got 4 resources, and all of those resource areas are open at depth. But actually, that's not the main focus at the moment. The main focus is exploring new prospects. I've tantalisingly put a picture of what we call a gossan on the front cover of our presentation. There's obviously copper in it because it's oozing with green material, and we expect, because we can tell the mineralisation that's probably sourced this gossan, that it's probably got all those other things in it as well. Samples are in the lab, so we're very looking forward to the new results. We'll then take those potentially very good results from what we've seen from the visuals and go the next stage, which is sampling across these zones, these new zones we've identified, and then we would obviously look to do some drilling, and that's all in the next 3 to 4 months essentially.
Okay, so it sounds like there's an awful lot of work coming up, so an awful lot of news flow ahead. Listen, Jon, I want to thank you so much for being here today. I love a polymetallic project, and you've got all the goodies that are interesting right now. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, I'd just like to add one thing though. All of those goodies and those resources are packed into a company with an enterprise value currently of 0. So we're at cash backing. We've got plenty of cash, 3.5 million of cash to do this work. So at the moment the glass is empty, and there's a lot of upside from here.
There certainly is, and it's not often you find an explorer with a project like this and they've actually got cash to go dig it up. That's
Correct.
Very exciting. This has been a great chat. Thank you very much.
That's all right. Pleasure.